Our primary focus is always the poor, the needy, the marginalized, the vulnerable, those whom society does not prioritize on. Christian Hospital Bissamcuttack is a hospital, but it is not just a hospital. It is far more. It is a symbol of hope. This hospital was started in 1954. The location is strategic in that this is the region that has one of the worst health status in the country. We are on the junction between Kalahandi district, Kondhamal district and Rayagada district. Of the population of this district, 55% are from the tribal community. The predominant community here is the Kui Kond community, which lives in 315 villages of this block. In 1954, a lady doctor from Denmark, Liz Madsen, decided to come out here. She had read about this region, a region where people were dying and there was no healthcare available. She sold her practice, came to India in 1953, starting a small clinic where she could respond to patients coming into her. By 1975, we were 40-bedded, overflowing, but the hospital was facing impending closure because there just wasn't the resources available. At this point, a surgeon from Chhattisgarh, Dr. Virendra Kumar Henry, and his wife, an American nurse, Nancy Henry, moved to take over this hospital. They took charge in 1976. They rebuilt, restructured this hospital to be self-sufficient, to be able to run on just what the patients can pay. We do not charge anything for registration. We don't want any patient to have to pay before seeing a doctor. Some may not have anything with them. CHB is a community hospital. Our gates are never closed. We do not limit the number of people who can come with a patient. Especially the poor tend to come in large numbers with families and relatives. We allow everybody to come in. Patients and families cook together. They provide their own food. We have to have spaces, garden spaces where they can sit together, because healing is much more than cure. It's much more than just operating or giving medicines. Healing is best when the family is with you. We do over 6,000 surgeries a year, which divided by 365 comes to 17 a day. A little over 4,000 deliveries a year, many of whom are referred from government hospitals in the region, from the neighboring districts. This is the only hospital of this capacity within a radius of around 200 kilometers. The need in this region is huge. So there are about 350 staff working here, including about 20 doctors and about 110 nurses. We also have a training program in nursing and in laboratory sciences. We have schools, we have community outreach programs. All this put together is what we call CHB today.
The nurses are the ones who receive the patients in whatever condition they are. Whether they walk in or come in on a stretcher, it's the nurses who take them in. They do all the initial assessment, most of the initial treatment, and then they call the doctors in. And their competence levels are very high.
The School of Nursing of the Christian Hospital Bissamcuttack was opened in 1978 with a 2-year A&M training program. In 96, we upgraded and added on a general nursing program. And this year, 2018, we have opened a College of Nursing with a BSc nursing program.
Focus is mainly that we take students only from Odisha with a greater focus and concentration on the KBK districts.
मन कस्तूरी कुशलिया मो ताडिंग पाइरु आसीछि बडी जीएनएम थर्ड इयर करूछि बहुत सारा लोक आसंती जे माने कि लैंग्वेज भी बुझी पारंती नै से मान को लैंग्वेज रे भी सिखे कि ना हमको माने बहुत जिनस हेल्प करा पाए पड़े जेंति कि तांको को कोन हो जे तांकी कहि पारंती नै से जिनस तांको पचार करी ट्रांसफर करी डॉक्टर को कहला को बहुत भल लागे से मान को हेल्प कला पर बहुत खुशी लागे जेंति कि आमे पेशेंट को हेल्प करू थ्रू द गॉड हमको सेंड करछन जे आमे अन्य मान को हेल्प करि पारबो जेंति आमे हेल्प करछु तेनु करी बहुत भल लागे.
We subsidize their education. We defer payments so that no girl is ever turned away for lack of money. We give them the best education possible at the lowest cost possible, arguing that they will then go forward and serve their districts, their communities. For us, nursing education has been the flagship of all our training programs. The dream is health for all, a day when everybody can live with dignity. CHB's Mitra team engages with the people of 53 predominantly tribal villages. We have 2 health centers, nurses living in the villages, visiting each village twice a month. They build relationships with the people. They do health education to try and empower people to be able to look after their own health. The impact is visible. In 1995, the infant mortality rate in these villages was 201 per 1,000. In 2017, it had dropped to 29. And what is most satisfying is to see children from these villages, now all grown up, studying, training in our hospital, and coming back to serve their communities and their people. Education is the game changer in rural and tribal India. One of the initiatives that we began in 1998 is the Mitra Residential School, Kachapaju, an Adivasi school operated and managed in partnership with the people of 16 villages. It is rooted in the Adivasi culture, teaching in the Kuvi language, where children can grow up to be proud of their heritage and yet able to take on the world. On the campus here in Bissamcuttack, we also have the New Life English Medium School, started in 1986 as a department of the hospital. And today, with 560 children between kindergarten and grade 10, children who have studied in these 2 schools are now coming back to their communities, contributing back and even working in key positions in our hospital. Each morning, as a CHB family, we start our day with a prayer. The challenges and needs are far bigger than us, but we know that we are part of a larger picture, a jigsaw puzzle of transformation. Our calling is to share the pain. There's a deeper meaning in everything we do. And given our context of inaccessibility and vulnerability, we cannot but respond, stretching ourselves to become the change we need to see. And for a region in desperate need of health care and quality education, for people on the margins, Christian Hospital, Bissamcuttack, is not just another hospital.